Hello, it's Dr. Bhatt from Chem. Today, we introduced organic chemistry reactions, part 1, and we start with a typical reaction which is known as aldol condensation. We start with part 1. Let us see what is there for us. Aldol condensation is a reaction between carbonyl containing molecules. Carbonyl group is CO represented as over here, and this group is present in aldehydes and ketones. And this is a typical type of condensation occurring between aldehydes of the similar type in structure or aldehydes and ketones together. And the basic condition for this is uh, that there should be a alpha hydrogen atom present in the compound which suffers aldol condensation. And actually, it is a self-addition of aldehyde molecules to form product known as aldol. And now let us see what is carbonyl carbon atom. It is essential that one of the aldehyde molecule must contain alpha hydrogen atom. For example, acetaldehyde. Now, what is alpha hydrogen atom is well represented here. The aldehyde group is CHO as represented here, and next to it is an alkyl group containing hydrogen. CH3 is there. Now, this hydrogen is known as alpha hydrogen atom. Condensation takes place in presence of a base which can provide OH ion, hydroxyl ion. Particularly a 10% solution of dilute NaOH is used, and this hydroxyl ion serves as a catalyst also for such a condensation reaction. Now, let us go through what are the different types of aldol condensation. Number one is self or simple aldol condensation. Means a condensation which occurs between two aldehydes are two ketones of the same structure, similar structure, and such a condensation is known as simple condensation. Well, there can be another type of condensation which is known as cross aldol condensation. Sometimes we call it as mixed aldol condensation also. Such aldol condensation occurs between the aldehydes or ketones which have different structures. For example, there may be an acetaldehyde, there may be a propanaldehyde, there may be acetaldehyde, or there may be a ketone. So, when they are different in structure, of course, both of them contain alpha hydrogen atom. Then, under certain conditions, mostly alkaline, they undergo aldol condensation, and such a reaction is known as mixed aldol condensation. Okay, then in this presentation or video, we take up simple aldol condensation and their examples. Now, here is another example: condensation between ethanol, CH3CHO molecule. The complete reaction is represented over here. Ethanol means acetaldehyde, two molecules react together, and what happens here, as you find here, the oxygen atom picks up or gets attached to the hydrogen atom, which is alpha hydrogen atom of the second molecule, and forms a compound in presence of 10% dilute NaOH. Of course, dilute NaOH is 10% and forms 3-hydroxybutanol. Now, as you find here, it contains an aldehyde group and also the hydroxyl group. Therefore, we call it 3-hydroxybutanol. And actually, this is aldol. Now, as it is an unstable compound. It doesn't stay longer in presence of an acid. Anhydrous conditions means HCl gas, hydrogen chloride gas, and a little heat may be necessary. It gets converted to a stable compound, forming, in this case, it is but2-enol with loss of water molecule. Water is released. So that's there. And this hydroxybutanol is also known as beta hydroxyaldehyde. Now, actually, The term aldol is a mixture of a combination of two terms, aldehyde Al and ALD, and uh, alcohol is OL. The hydroxy group is the alcoholic group. Both added together, combined together, form the word aldol. So that's why we call it the aldol condensation. Now here is another example about condensation of the next homologue of aldehyde, and that is propanol. Similar molecules. Two propanol molecules combined together to form again an aldol containing a molecule containing the aldehyde group and the hydroxy group, and the compound is structurally we can uh, name it as per IUPAC system as 2-methyl 3-hydroxypentanol actually, and of course it is an aldol. The unstable product again in presence of hydrogen chloride gas, a little heat may be necessary, gets converted to 2-methyl pentanol. Now let us have a look about what will happen with ketones, similar ketones. In this video, we are uh, discussing about simple aldol condensation. Therefore, two acetone molecules combined together in presence of an alkali, and most suitable alkali in this case is barium hydroxide suspension, or you can call it a barium hydroxide solution, because this OH ion acts as a catalyst and it forms beta hydroxyacetone, or very well termed as diacetone alcohol. Because it is not an alcohol, but it has got a hydroxy group and two acetone combined together. We call it diacetone alcohol. And again, in anhydrous HCl medium, there is a loss of water, and you get a particular a stable compound, which is alpha beta unsaturated acetone, are very commonly termed as mesitol oxide also. Okay, that's all for today, and we shall be back again after some time with aldol condensation part 2, where we shall discuss about mixed aldol condensation, as I have already given you an idea about what is mixed aldol condensation. Okay, thank you. We continue further after some time, and I request again, as usual, please don't share and subscribe and like the video also, so that other students and viewers are benefited. Okay, thank you again.